Hey guys, welcome yet again to another video. This is Code Way Too Easy. My name is Jimmy Espana, and again, the purpose of this channel is to introduce coding, programming, software engineering, whatever you want to call it, computer science. It's a tool. Coding is a tool. Anybody can do it, and I'm going to show you how way too easy it really is. So, hope you're doing well. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. So, I'm going to go to one of the most important tools as a coder or a programmer or a engineer software like yourself needs to actually use, which is Googling. You know, we all know what Google is a great tool, but Google is something that you're going to find yourself on quite a bit, figuring out how to code stuff, how to do certain things, you know, how to get something done. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump right into it. The last couple videos have been focused on variables and what is coding. Again, coding is nothing more than just giving instructions to a computer step by step what the computer should do for you, right? So that's what's coding. And then programming or the coding itself, it's just a tool. Programming languages are tools that we use to accomplish different things. So let's go to Google and type programming languages, all right? Perfect. So as you can see, it's just a tool. It's the language that we use to communicate and give instructions to the computer. There are several different languages out there: C++, Go, C, Java, Python. The last two videos we did Java and Python. Today we're going to follow that same concept because I want this idea of what a variable is. It's like a container that has a name and it stores a value inside it. We're going to drill that in, and we're going to use another programming language to re-illustrate the idea of what a variable is, how you can use it, etc. So today we're going to go ahead, be spontaneous, and we're going to go with the Go programming language. So let's go to Go programming language. All right. So let's go ahead and do that. So here is the website. Go is a programming language developed, I believe, by Google or someone from Google. You can read the information on the language itself here a little bit. So let's go to Golang. I think the proper name is Golang, but here we go. So let's jump right in. So here you can see, here's some code right here. And as with all, first thing that you learn in any programming language or any type of coding is how to print information to the screen. And we call that the Hello World program. So here we are. So this is what we call a comment. So this is not actual line of code. It's just for us humans to be able to read it and say, okay, so basically it's telling us you can edit this code. So the code, the actual code itself, it starts right here. Everything that I'm highlighting here. All right. And apparently we're making use of a package that's part of the Golang programming language. Its package name is main, all right? And then we're also importing something called FMT. I'm not sure what it is, so let's go ahead and use our resources. Googling, we're gonna go and say FMT Golang. What is it? Because what is it? Because I don't know it. I don't know what that is either myself. So let's see. FMT is short for format. So it looks like we're going to be formatting something. Package FMT implements formatted I/O. So I/O stands for input, output. So again, with any programming language, app on your phone, you're providing input in the app, the program is giving you output. So that's what FMT stands for. And then what we have here is the declaration of a function. So it's a method or a function. Each language calls it a little bit different, but you can see that we're going to make use of FMT, and then we're going to FMT dot. So we're going to say for using FMT, we want to make use of this something called a print line. If you recall in Python and Java from the other couple lessons a couple days ago, it's used to print information to the screen. So you can see this is, I believe, Japanese characters here, perhaps. But let's go ahead and modify this, and we're going to say hello world. All right. My name is Jimmy. So let's go ahead and run this code as it is. Not sure. Okay, yeah, that's right. I have a plugin here. That's a Grammarly. Grammarly is a great plugin, so they think we're trying to write some proper English. But again, we're just writing computer code instructions. So go ahead and let's run this. And you can see that our program has run. It outputs what we told it to output, which was hello world, my name is Jimmy. And then at the very end, the program exited because that's all the program currently does. So now let's go back to that concept of variables. It's a container, it has a name, and you put value into it. So let's go ahead and figure out how to do that in the Golang programming language. So let's see. So you can see this is probably this language. It's my first time doing it, but I'm showing you that it's just a tool. I'm imagining it's a very sequential language. So you give it a step 1, step 2, step 3. So let's see what we can do here. So this is our main function, and this is what gets executed. So let's say we're going to create a variable, creating a variable called, we're going to call it, let's call it Jimmy, right? That's me. All right. Or let's call it code way too easy, right? Called code way too easy. All right. So we're informing the user that we're creating a variable, and then I'm not sure how it's done in Golang, but let's go to another resource, even though that website could work. Golang, how to create a variable. So let's see, variable examples, go by example, all right, .com. This is a website, so they're going to show us how to create a variable. So this is actually very similar to JavaScript. Again, we haven't touched on JavaScript, but here we're declaring a variable. It's called variable A. So this is more or less something what we want to do here. So we're going to create a variable, var, variable code way too easy, and we're going to give it a value of, let's say, value 6. All right. Is there any particular way? No, we just need to start on the new line. All right. So let's go ahead. I'm going to recopy this code. I'm going to essentially use it here, and we're going to inform the user what we just did. So we are saying here, creating a variable called code way too easy, and we just did that. We gave it a value of 6, and then we're going to inform the user on the output screen here. And its value is, and then we close that parentheses, and then we are going to go with this example here. We can just reference the variable here. We reference variable A here. We actually have a different variable name, so let's go ahead and do another print statement right here, and we're going to reference our code way too easy variable, and that's all we want our program to do currently. So step 1, we're going to output this this piece of text to the screen. We're creating a variable called code way too easy. We're giving it a value of 6, and then we're printing another informational statement here saying, and its value is, and then immediately after that we output the variable itself. We're referencing the variable code way too easy, and we would expect that the value 6 will be outputted. So let's go ahead and run this program, see what actually happens. Let's run. So there you go. It ran. It output this information first, like we wanted it to, and then this is just in the back end. We don't need to show that, but we created a variable. Then we output this information, as you can see here, and its value is 6. Sweet. So let's go ahead and see if we can do some manipulation. So once you have a variable in this container, which is the concept of the variable, it has a name. In this case, it's code way too easy, and it has a value. Let's go ahead and update that value, actually. So let's go ahead and inform the user that we're going to update this value, fmt print line. We are going to change its value. All right, so we're informing the user of that. And let's go ahead and take our reference, our code, code way too easy. And let's go ahead and update that variable to say whatever that variable was, let's add the number 1 on top of it. And let's go ahead and do another print statement, fmt.print line. So again, just want you to all know that coding is nothing more just instructions that you're giving the computer step by step, and that's all the computer does. All right, and then variables is a way of storing information and then manipulating that information or referencing that information later down in our program. All right, so let's go ahead and inform the user. Okay, we just changed its value, and its new value is, and we're going to go ahead and close that parentheses. We're going to do fmt.print line ln, and then we're going to reference our variable name again, and then we're going to put another print statement here, fmt print line information. Thanks for running my program statement. All right, and close parentheses. So if we just look at this real quickly, we're giving it a number of instructions. So this is just information here that we're telling the computer, make use of this, and then our function, or our main function, and normally in most languages, programming languages, you have like a main method or a main function, the first piece of code that it gets actually executed, and this is all enclosed within these brackets here. So this curly bracket matches up with this curly bracket here. So the first thing we do is a print statement. We're printing information to the screen. Then we're creating a variable called code way too easy. We give it a value of 6. We put another information to the screen. We put more information to the screen. In this case, the value of code way too easy variable. We print more information to the screen, and then we do the manipulation to the variable. So the value of this variable before was 6. Now 6 plus 1 is going to be the new value of code way too easy. And then we're informing the user that we just changed the value of our variable, and its new value is, and then we print that information about the new variable, its new value, and then we say we end our program saying, thanks, goodbye guys, we ran the program. So let's run it and see what happens. So it's running, and then effectively, yes, it ran. It's giving us information that we're creating a variable code way too easy. Its value at 6. Let's go down here. We are going to change its value. Okay, we just changed its value. We didn't provide any information as to what we did, but in the code, if you look up here, you can see that we took the original value of the variable and we just add 1 to it. And its new value is 7, as we would expect, because we incremented, we added by 1, and then we end our program. So that's it, guys. Again, these videos are going to be very concise, straight to the point. We're going to give you examples. Again, I want this idea of what a variable is. It's a container that has a name. Inside this container, you can put any information into it, any values. You can manipulate this variable, this container, with other containers and create new variables. So this is a very, very important concept, the most important first concept in any programming language: how to store information, how to manipulate information, and we do that with variables. And again, today we did Golang, another programming language. Again, I want you all to know that programming languages are nothing more than just a tool, just a simple tool that we use to get stuff done. Some programming languages, for example, if you're going to make a video game, then you probably want to stick to maybe C. C is a very low-level language that is very closely related to the machine, to the device itself. There's other high-level programming languages, what I would say Java, for example, or even this particular language that we did today, that's not so close in relation to the machine device language, but it may be better used for purposes of tutorials or very simple stuff that you can do on a website. So it depends. You pick your programming language depending on what you're trying to do. And again, I just want to introduce you all these different languages: Golang, Python, Java. Tomorrow we'll probably do JavaScript. We'll probably do Ruby. There's so many languages out there, and they're nothing more than just tools. And remember, coding is just instructions that you're giving to the computer. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys watching. Consider subscribing, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm going to go ahead and bring this to a close, and God bless, and I'll see you guys on the next Code Way Too Easy. Thank you. Bye.